Self-actualization. This is day 7. Guys, this is the last day of the series for this week. My name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Let's get into it. I'm going to try to do a quick recap of the week. And then I'm going to start with my day 7. So if you see me looking down, you know, with my notes, okay? Now, I did day 1, which is peace of mind. Pretty much, as I said before, it's actually the success that you have in your life and your relationships. Breaking it down in like psychology, the reason why we do what we do, okay? Now, day 1 is going to be peace of mind in your relationships. Please, if you're on this day 7, go back to day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back to 7, okay? Or watch this first and go back. It doesn't matter. You're going to still learn from it, okay? And start implementing all these things. Day 2 is going to be your health and energy in love. Super, super important, okay? Number 3, or day 3, I should say, love in relationships. Really, really important to all your relationships that you have in your life, okay? And day 4 is going to be financial freedom in a relationship. A lot of people think that financial is not really a part of a relationship, but really, really, it really is, okay? We need money to do every single thing that we do in a relationship, okay? Number 5, day 5 is going to be your goals and your values that you have. And then day 6 is going to be self-knowledge. Now that brings us back to day 7, to self-actualization that we do have for day 7. And I'm going to touch quickly on what the meaning of that is. Okay, you're pretty much moving and doing things for your fulfillment of your purpose. You actually moving, right? Actualization. You're actually moving, doing the things that you're supposed to do. 1 out of 10 people have not even tapped into their potential. You must have heard this before, over and over. From, you know, you have motivational speaker, and you must have heard this all over YouTube. You know, a lot of people haven't really tapped into our purpose or our potential that we do have. 90% of people do not use their potential at all. So I would say 80% of relationships or marriage, you know, pretty much a lot of these people that's in these marriage, they don't really want to marry. They wish they were married to somebody else. A lot of married couples, they really wish they had gotten married to somebody else because of the relationship they're having now, or the relationship they thought they would have had, and they change into something that doesn't align with their core values, or pretty much they sometimes fall out of love. That happened with me, and you know, at the end of the day, it's just really sad that you're living your life and you have to literally die living a lie, or living a life that you don't want to live and you're not happy with. I really don't support divorce. You know, you took the oath, you said you're going to be married, you know, and you know, you walk down the aisle. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're married and you're unhappy, I don't agree with it, but this is like a super, super important reason for you to leave this marriage if you think that you're not happy. Because then why you should live the rest of your life being unhappy? You're not happy and you're going to die like that? I wouldn't want to do that. I really wouldn't want to do that, because the super, super center of every human being is for you to live your fulfilled life being happy. That's what I think for every human being. Okay. So I know I don't support it, but if something happened and you have to leave this relationship to make sure that you're happy, you have your peace, then I agree with it. Okay. So there you have it with that. You know, you got to start thinking that we pretty much didn't come into this world with you know, anything but ourselves, and we have to start supporting each other and start supporting our dreams, or you know, values or purpose, everything that we want for our life. If you have a mate, you have to start supporting them. That's super, super important for having the healthy relationship that you should be having. Okay. So let me bring up one other thing with you going through your actualization. It's going to be feeling stuck, not growing individually. Okay. You're feeling stuck in a relationship and you feel like you can't move, you can't grow. Okay. Solution for this is going to be set personal and relationship goals at all times. Don't sit in a relationship and because you are, in love, you don't do what you need to do for yourself and your purpose and your core values. Okay. Definitely not. Now, number 2 pointers for this is going to be sacrificing your dreams for relationships. I do not agree with this at all. Definitely not. You want to share your dreams with your partner, invite their support, and making sure that, they are somebody that wants to support you. Because again, with any relationship, any healthy relationship, your partner should want to support you with whatever is it that you want to do for your life, for your purpose, for your core values. Okay. Number 3 pointers for this is going to be no sense of, higher purpose beyond the daily grind. So if you continue doing, your daily grind and you back and forth, and you feel like you're just on, like a hamster wheel and you're just going around and making no effort into changing your life or making anything different, you got to start thinking about that. Seriously. You can't just sit down and think that, okay, this is my life and I have this purpose or this goal or this dream and I'm not going to pursue it because I have to do this for this relationship, or I have to do this for my husband, my wife. I have to do this. No, your husband need to have their goal and their dream. The wife need to have their goals and their dreams. And then together, you need to have your goals and your dreams together. That's how it should be. That is how you have a healthy relationship. And then you're both going to be happy. Okay. One other thing with that is going to be to focus on your purpose-driven living, not you just surviving. So you got to start making sure that you're focused on that as well. Guys, that is pretty much your day 7. I'm going to make sure that, I kind of go through a lot of these series with just touching a little bit of psychology, where you need to know why you're doing what you're doing, why we think the way we think, and how we can start solving these challenges that we may have within our life, within our relationships throughout. Pretty much, you can sometimes just think about life. I really think that with everything that we do, everybody was born into this world, and we get no teaching of how to live, how to have a better, relationship with each other. This is something that I think should be taught in, I don't know, every school, every college, every university. You need to start breaking down things that, a person should be doing so they have a fulfilled life, and they have great relationship. Because for you to have a fulfilled life, you're going to have great relationships with people that That's just psychology 101. When you look at that, you have to. You can't sit down and think that, oh, I'm going to have a great life, but I have all of my relationships are screwed up. Nobody wants to speak to me. Nobody wants to do this. Nobody wants to do that. Your relationships are not, are totally crapped. And you are looking to have a very fulfilled, successful life. It's doesn't align at all. You have to start thinking about that. You can just imagine you buying an IKEA desk, okay? Because you guys know when you buy stuff from them, it's kind of difficult, or more difficult to actually fix up. And just imagine you buy, a desk and you don't have any manual, no instruction how to set it up. You have to figure that out on your own, all by yourself. It's the same thing that when we born and we start going through life and nobody taught us of how to do what we do, why we do the things that we do. And it's just, I really think that, every school should have, a class on psychology where it teaches us how to make decision, why we make decision, the things that we need to do, and the reason why we think the way we think, because at the end of the day, it is what makes us who we are. It is what makes us have a fulfilled life, a happy life. If our mind is not right, then how are we to be right? It's impossible. It's impossible. You have to want to start thinking about, okay, this is what I want from my life, and have all the tools, you have the manual, you have all the instructions to help you to become the best you that you can be. So who wouldn't want that? I can't imagine myself, I will say, when I was younger as a teenager, not getting the guidance, not getting the tools, not getting the support, not getting, the teaching that I needed to be who I wanted to be. It's very crucial that we start dissecting on the person that we are today, the person that we want to be, or purpose that we have in life that God gave us all, and the core values that we have for ourselves. We need to start tapping into that. We need to start looking at that and making sure that we don't have relationships with people that breaks us down, people that look on us and, belittle us because they think they have a problem. And anytime you see people argue or belittle you or look at you and talk down at you, ladies and gentlemen, they are the one with the problem. They're the one that is insecure. They're the one with the super mental problem, because they are so insecure with themselves. They have to do that to feel somewhat secure. So I tell you today, if you know people like this, again, take them out of your life and start living your true life that you want to live. Start living a successful life and having successful relationships with yourself, first of all, and with the people around you. Guys, there you have it. That's day 7. That's my entire series for this week. If you know anybody this can help, I beg of you to share my video with them. You can reach out to me right below on my website. I'll be happy to help. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button, so anytime a video is dropped, you are going to be notified. Guys, I love you. There you have it. My name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Peace. I'm out.